Yeah, they do tell me I need Jesus, so I'm just saying. I'm just going to cut off now. We'll be racist 100% for you. Thank you, thank you, Grandmaster.
White guy.
He's Irish.
That's even worse. How's that worse?
He's pro-Mexican.
Hey, man,
That's racism.
I've seen gangs in New York. I know what's...
Well, he's one of the dead rabbits. That's how you get the STDs.
Well, I'm not him.
I'm just. I didn't say it was him. I'm just trying to preach to you. We already know you're a dirty motherfucker anyway. But I'm just trying to tell you. He got. What do you mean you got fixed? Did you know your brother got hooked?
Yeah.
Dude, you did not let them snip the nip. What the fuck? Are you serious? You got snipped? Stuff comes out. What comes out? Blood? I don't know what. Dude.
Don't tell us about this. It's gone far
enough. Enough of the conversation.
Tell you what, Mr. Lopez, I will bring this out on the show. Did you have him add a couple inches? I'm just saying. Wouldn't you?
See what you got him started?
We will discuss.
Hell no.
We just stuck.
No, we're not.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, along with my co-host,
Rick the Rizzo, and our other co-host,
Sean.
And the other Mexican in the room, Miguel G.
And this is a critical look at all things gaming, movies, collectibles, and so much more.
I'm trying to bring Jesus up in this motherfucker because y'all need some Jesus shit. I'm here to praise y'all, baptize y'all in the name of the Lord.
He's all pointing fingers on who needs Jesus when he figures he's got three other fingers pointing back at him.
All my hands holding up. All my fingers are free. Like the Reverend Jesse Jackson said to America. I don't know what he said. I done forgot.
The blackitude of this.
Yo, man.
Making up words.
No, Reggie Jackson. He played for the Yankees. He wasn't a pastor. I said Jesse.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, Jesse Jackson, he make up words.
No, that's Al Sharpton, bro.
So does Jesse Jackson.
But Al Sharpton can rhyme.
Where do you think I got blackitude from?
Hey, look, all I know is Al Sharpton can rhyme like nobody's business.
Al Sharpton is just all about Al Sharpton.
Yeah, you're right, but who ain't?
Who ain't about Al Sharpton?
No, who ain't about themselves? Sean, all about Al Sharpton. Say it. Talk to us, brother. Preach it. Preach the word of the Lord. On every Sunday morning, I get up, I drink some whiskey, I touch myself.
And on that note, let's go ahead and start the show.
How's everybody doing today?
Disturbed, right?
Yeah,
Kind of
fairly disturbed.
Why are you disturbed? It's a beautiful day. It was a glorious day. This morning you got up, you opened your eyes, the Lord gave you a chance to breathe in the fresh air and see another day on this God's green earth.
No, the other topics you were talking about just disturbs everybody.
Those were not my topics. Those were your brothers.
No, you stressed on him. He just said one thing.
He comes from your line.
He said one thing, and you blew it out of proportion.
You and him are from your father's loins.
Sean can agree with me.
Let me put that out there. Did you hear what I said? You and your brother are alike.
No, we're not.
Yes, you
We're
are.
totally two different people.
Oh, hell no. I can put you next to him right now, and I couldn't figure out which one's which.
We're totally two different people.
Oh, hell no.
My brother he's more an extrovert than what I am.
That may be true, but you're both nasty motherfuckers. Look, you may like to play this Rick the gentle, Rick the kind, Rick the loving, but deep down we know them quiet ones. They're the ones you gotta watch. You know Rick had a woman and had another woman on the side and they didn't even know?
What?
Yeah, Rick's a playboy. Don't let him fucking bullshit you, man. I don't know how this motherfucker be getting women.
How?
Considering that, he hasn't actually been at my house or anything. He hasn't hung out with me or anything. And yet he comes up with a story.
Kyle told me, man.
Kyle, you haven't talked to Kyle as much as I've been here.
Me and Kyle, we talk on a down low, bruh. we message ourselves on our own.
Sean, do you smell that? Man, it's getting kind of thick over there. That bullshit pile it's already over his head.
Look, man, I'm trying to build your image up. Let me build it up for you, brother. Let me stack you up high. By the time I'm done, you'll be the playboy of critical thinking.
I don't need no help with that.
No, see
Chief manager of infamy over here?
Is he player? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going on a tirade. I'm going crazy because somebody gave me 100 proof Captain Morgan.
Well, you're the one that poured that much in there and a little bit of Pepsi.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're the one that poured Pepsi with your rum. So you know.
Sean poured rum with our Pepsi.
I just can't feel my tongue.
I had to put more ice in here to dilute it. So
What you told me earlier? Pussy.
that's coming from the guys likes it ice cold. We get into Kyle's room and Kyle's like, he gets in here and he's like, it's fucking cold in here.
Well, goddamn, I just drank a 64-ounce damn unsweet tea with a shitload of ice.
But you were in a car with the freaking air conditioner on. And the windows down.
It's like, well, okay, let me explain something to you. The cold air was going out of the windows and the hot air was coming in.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. What? I'm drunk.
What does that mean?
Anyway, Jies, how you? Guys, Jies.
Jies. All right.
Jies, hey Jies.
Oh, konnichiwa. Hey, as you can tell, we're missing our fourth man.
The song on Periscope.
Yes, he did. The swinging dick had to go home. Well, wait a minute, he is home. He had to go to sleep. He's tired. Man works hard, man. I respect that. I really
Wakes
do.
up at 4 a.m. and goes to the gym.
Fuck that. I wake up at 3:40 just to bring your sorry ass to work, and then I get to go to work.
Even if I didn't come in, even if I didn't ride with you, you'd still get up at 3:40.
Fuck no, I get up at 4. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I get in late. I gotta get up every morning at 3:40 so I make sure I pick this ass up. And I gotta text his ass to wake him up.
I'm already up. I was dressed and everything. This fool, I was like, all right.
Yeah. I'll be there in an hour. I'm tired. Anyway, Sean, how you doing, man?
Okay, do we have the cousin rivalry over here?
I don't even know.
Do we need therapy? Do we need to have a therapy session?
Yeah, well, who's gonna lay down on the couch? And it's still on the cans.
I don't think any of us can lay on that couch right now.
Some Mexican couch, man. It's got wheels taken off and all kinds of shit.
Paint cans for legs.
You could try to lay down on it with the cans.
It might work, or it might just fall off with you on it.
What are you trying to say, bro? I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate.
I'm just saying you're going to puncture those tin cans.
Wow.
Oh, no. Coming back to the Periscope.
What you doing with the microphone?
I don't know. I like playing with this thing when I'm...
You like playing with things that look like...
I gotta have my hands gotta do something.
Oh, wow. Get your hands out your pants.
That's why they're on the table.
Okay.
Why are your hands below the table?
Because sometimes you got to scratch the left nut. I'm just saying. Shit.
Well, anyways, as I was saying...
Boxers or briefs?
I wear boxers.
See, I wear briefs. So...
Mine are free.
Mine get sweaty. And so I got to scratch every once in a while. So kiss my ass.
Mine are free. They do the Balls and Johnson dance. Balls one way, Johnson the other way.
That's how you get the beans above the Franks. I'm just letting you know.
I make sure that they don't come outside the zipper.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, tell us
Anyways, Kyle had mentioned before that we are going to do a live podcast recording of us watching, I guess you'd say live tweet too, because
Yeah, we could do that.
that's all at the same time watching a Christmas movie, and Miguel will put up a poll of what movie to watch. I know we mentioned Die Hard. We mentioned Christmas Vacation.
We should
Yeah, we don't have enough time.
just ask people for suggestions in general. Like, hey, respond to this tweet. What Christmas movies are stupid? Would we enjoy picking to pieces?
Sounds good. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Sweet. All right.
All in all, how was your weekend, though, Miguel?
My week. Yeah, how was my weekend, Rick?
That's what I was saying. How was your weekend?
My weekend was...
Was he there?
I don't know. He wasn't there.
Miguel was happy he got a PlayStation.
Yeah, I got PlayStation 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't even know where I got it from. No, but basically, we'll skip that first real quick. I had a great time because my boys won the playoff game. They beat the rivals. First time they beat them in like over 8 or 9 years. It's been a long time coming, and they really manhandled them. So it was a great game. Second thing, Rick wound up buying his new PlayStation 4K, whatever it says, 4K TV. So he's a rich man, yeah. And I didn't have a PlayStation 3 anymore, so he gave me a 4. He gave me his 4. He passed it down to me, which I greatly appreciated. So now I can play online. I know you still don't have one, so we're working on stealing one for you. We'll get you one soon. But yeah, so, thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. And since I've had it now, I bought like a shitload of games. And because my internet sucks, I'm still downloading the updates I need to play. So eventually I'll be able to play Battlefield in 2018 with you guys. I think Battlefield 2 comes out then. I don't know.
That your New Year's resolution is to play more PlayStation
That's
games?
right. Play more PlayStation.
Well, it's only called Battlefield 1 because it went to World War 1.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually Battlefield 5.
Nice. The messed up part is I hear Rick, hey, so I see you were playing PlayStation. Like, what the fuck are you stalking me for? Oh, that's right. I friended you. Damn. So now he knows when I'm on.
He didn't even know what his gamer tag was was until he finally messaged me. I was like, oh, here's your gamer tag.
I forgot it was Magag 71 because I did for MGAG, Miguel Garza, Anita Garza.
Magag.
Yeah. Shut up.
Kind of sounds like Magog a little bit.
You guys are going to Magag, all right.
Is that a new McDonald's thing or what?
Oh, God. Now you're going to make fun of my wife made fun of me the other day because she was talking about making some food. And I don't know, you guys, we usually buy tater tots. Big old ass bag of tater tots, and we'll have cheese, we'll melt cheese, whatever, and we'll have chili. So we'll have chili cheese tots, and that's our dinner, and we usually make a lot. So and the kids love it, so do I. Everybody does. But my dumb ass said, "Yeah, we can get the chili and the cheese. We can make McTater tots."
McTater tots.
She would not let that shit go at all. And I mean, that was the joke the entire day. Hey, let's go get a McWash. Let's go get a shut the sorry ass fuckers. And like, I make one mistake and say one wrong thing, thinking about McDonald's and tater tots at the same damn time, and I have to put the McC in front of it. So whatever.
Got McTots.
Hey, let's go light a pack of McSmokes.
Nice. What the hell? McSmokes brought to you by McDonald's. Pick one pack up now, 2 for $1 when you purchase any small. That'd be some shit, dude. That'd be bad. That would be terrible. But that was my weekend, and then so that was a lot of fun for me. How was your weekend there, Sean?
My weekend was really good. For one thing, I actually got to see, so a really quick pre-review of what's going to be in theaters. It's not even in theaters yet, but Vudu actually pre-released it. It's The Hangman with Al Pacino.
Oh, okay.
So I got to watch that with my little brother. It was really good. It was actually a good movie. I was surprised. That was the one that we were kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, it was violent, but not like a lot of fighting like an action movie. More like thriller, like you find the body and they're trying to track this freak down. Yeah, detective, hardcore detective.
Hey, put in that what do you call that thing? The warning under. We at Critical Thinking do not approve this message of what Sean did with his little brother watching horrible movies that have probably scarred him for life. Dr. Phil will come take care of him later.
He's tough. He can handle it.
Yeah, he's 5 years old watching murder. Thanks, Sean.
He's not 5.
I just noticed something too on Netflix, which I know you want to watch the movie. You wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
The movie Hickok. Wild Bill.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix already.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm still waiting to see when that the Will Smith one comes out. The one with
That's
the
going to be
alien.
this, later on this month. A little bit.
What was that? The 14th, 15th?
Something like that. Bright.
Yeah. I want to see that. It looks pretty cool. So what else you do other than scar your brother with horrible movies?
Hey, he enjoyed it.
Did you throw some porn in for him too? Shit, you give him the whole combination? Or did you watch porn with your sister?
See,
what the hell?
No, that's creepy. That right there, that would only come out of your mind, sir. No, I mean,
we here at Critical Thinking do not validate that.
No, I mean, other than that, that was pretty much it. Other than just working on my writing, crafting some of that stuff. I've been reading a lot of material, getting into some of the classics like the Dracula novel that was made like in the 1800s. Can't remember the guy's name for the life of me. Never can remember his name, but he actually went to Transylvania and actually came up with the idea because he had the history on the Count Dracula, and he was like, as heinous as this guy was, as Vlad the Impaler was, it's not a far step to think of him as a vampire. And then it just kind of bubbled up from there. So he was actually the first one that created this whole mythology around Dracula.
Now, when you start off with the Vlad story, did they start off with him like the stuff he went through before he became the Impaler?
Not with this one, because with this, it's just, it's just basically a built up, the explanations for the kinds of things he was able to pull off and what he did was because he wasn't human. That was basically, kind of the description.
I bet you that's a pretty cool book. How big is that book?
It's pretty thick, but the cool thing is like
kids book is picture book.
No, it's not. It's in the 18th century. They didn't have fucking pictures.
He's over here acting like he's reading a real hardcore vampire. That fool reading Anne Rice book.
It's narrated by Tim Curry.
Oh.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Wait a minute. You're
not reading your Audible.
I'm reading and listening to Audible at the same time. I have a Kindle version that's synced up to the Audible.
What is this, Dark of the Moon? You watching freaking Wizard of Oz at the same time?
No, it doubles like the input to your brain, so you retain the information better. Because that's what I'm doing is I am immersing myself in this kind of old classic Victorian horror, because that's what I want to use. And I notice I actually did say horror and not horror.
Hey Igor, Dr. Frankenstein over here. 2 different ways, huh?
Yeah. Well, don't even start. Just don't even start with that.
I wasn't going there. I was going to really talk about you're pushing your brain to the limit. So you're trying to increase the ability to maintain or what's not the word? Not maintain.
Retain information.
Retain information. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I never thought of that. I would think you lose concentration with the fact you're trying to read and somebody saying the same freaking words in your head.
I mean, it depends. You kind of have to get used to it because at first you do kind of like lose track a little bit. Like, whoa, wait, where am I? You know, and it can be a little taxing. But when you kind of train yourself to do it, it sinks in more because you're getting it visually, seeing the words, reading them at the same time as actually hearing them. So it sinks in deeper.
You know, that's also a serious way to causing yourself having another personality. You know that, right? If Tim Curry starts talking to you and he's not around, we're putting you down.
Hey, if Tim Curry starts talking to me, he's not around. That'd be the coolest thing ever.
We're still putting you down because Richard Dawson is in my head. And he don't
jealous.
Like it. How's your weekend, Rick?
My week was pretty good.
Wait a minute, which Tim Curry? We talking the one where he's dressed up in drag, or we talking Tim Curry, the Cardinal Richelieu from the Musketeers?
More like that one, probably.
Okay, all right. Not Rocky Horror Picture.
Or like the one he did when he actually played Dr. Frankenstein in the old PC game.
It's not Pennywise, though.
No, he's Pennywise, yeah. That's even more creepier.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, Rick, why are you suspicious?
Why I'm suspicious?
That's doing my jam. Why are you suspicious? How was your weekend, bro?
My week was pretty good. Like I said, I did receive my PlayStation Pro.
Yeah, you all throwing that in my face.
And I did all the switch. It was easier than I thought that it was going to be. It was actually really fast. And
yeah, I know you were hating me because I was like, dude, when am I getting it? When am I getting it?
When I was about to take off to my house to pick it up. I was like, dude, just wait till the morning.
I ain't waiting till no damn. I want it now. My wife talked me out of going.
And then, like over the weekend, we went to the Christmas in Rosenberg, old downtown Rosenberg, which the first time I went when they did it, it was huge. It had so much stuff, so much attractions and everything. Now when I went out there, of course, the boys are older, so it's not really a lot of them oriented, but they still like going into the antique shops, which is kind of, I don't know, I find it interesting. Not gay. We find like a lot of collectible stuff that we collect is in there.
Gay?
All the comic book stuff.
Manly.
It's all in there.
Manly.
They know all
I retract my statement. That's the manliest thing I've ever heard them do.
We'll cut all the previous part.
No, that's pretty cool, actually.
But it's funny. Of course, there's more kids, more little kid things that can be done out there.
I was busting your ass on that, but no, you're right. You go in those antique shops, you can find some shit.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we kind of enjoyed ourselves in there, but like I said, which was a funny thing, they said, oh, we got ice skating in Rosenberg. And I looked and yeah, they had ice skate right there on the road where all the kids are out there and ice skating. And I did the same thing. I had that look on my face going, walked over there and I looked and you're going to laugh. It's all these plastic slates that they connect like a puzzle and it's the shape and they spray this solution on it, which kind of gives it the feel of ice, but it's not cold.
Okay.
And you can actually skate your ice skates on it.
Really?
But I wouldn't do like the whole, because then you'll really fucking tear it apart. But, you know, for little kids that don't know how to skate, they think they're...
You should have got your skates, went out there and going, the flying V! To your Mighty Ducks.
So I was out there, I was like, really? And I was like, oh, and I'm looking at all the parents out there with their kids and they're actually walking on it and they're not slipping at all. So if you put on the blades, you feel the slip. But when you walk on a normal, you're not slipping at all.
Nice.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. I was like, I thought they actually were going to bring something out there to ice.
So you could have been like, it's ice. Like cool runnings. Ice.
It's like, oh, we're going to feel like the up in the north. We're going to open up a cooler and stuff a minute.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool runnings.
Put your bag over your head. Ice! Sanka, you're smoking, man.
Then the other thing kind of the bad thing that happened was my parents' house and my grandmother's house next door, they ended up having a gas leak. And so they got to get that fixed. So they have no hot water right now.
Oh, man.
Until they get that fixed.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's rough. So hopefully it got done today. I'm not too sure. I didn't look when we stopped by the house. I didn't look to see if the meter was back on, but I know supposedly you're supposed to get it fixed today.
You know how you find a gas leak?
How?
Light a match.
That is horrible. That is the worst way. We do not advise that anyone try to find a gas leak with a match.
You'll find it quick. I found it. Boom.
We cannot be held responsible for any any terrible, stupid ideas like that.
Well, you just do like in the oil movies. They take a thing of dynamite and they throw it in there and blast it away and the fire goes out.
That's after it's already blown up. And it continues to stay on the flame.
Oh, I must have missed those parts.
They use the dynamite to take away the oxygen.
Dude, I just know Steve Seagal runs in there and he karate chops the fire and it's out.
He is not Chuck Norris.
No, he's not.
Chuck Norris would just do a roundhouse in the air and the air would just take it out.
And the earth would be off its axis and we'd all die. I understand.
Yeah, oh no, that was my weekend though. So it was like, that wasn't a bad weekend, just a little.
And this weekend, all 4 members of Critical Thinking will be getting vasectomies.
What?
You don't need any
I don't
kids.
remember agreeing to this.
It was in the fine print of the contract.
It was in a flying print. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Flying print, Jesus.
Fuck Captain Morgan.
What kind of contract is this?
Fuck Captain Morgan is 100 spice rum.
It's like fucking ancient Chinese shit. What's going on here?
Oh,
Which one's the Monkey King? I mean,
Yo ho.
all right. Well, let's go ahead and move on, gentlemen. Let's go into our box office numbers. Brought to you by
Uncanny Comics, located in Rosenberg on Avenue I.
Whoa, he said it right. We gotta
did?
get him drunk again.
Oh, nice. What the fuck?
more rum for the man.
Uncanny Comics, where you can get all your Uncanny Comic needs. And you can also pick up your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, where he has all the latest updated cards. And when the new packs come out, he has them there the next day. Also, he has Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, Pokemon tournaments, Magic tournaments, and much more. Please go to Uncanny Comics and help support a local businessman. Purchase comics from him, get a subscription, get 10% off. And depending on how much you purchase, he may work out a bigger deal for you and give you a bigger discount. Uncanny Comics. Joseph Cano has 2 dogs there for the children to play with.
Wow, this is a big plug.
Uncanny Comics. Only place where Miguel can go and rob him blind, as I did this past week by mistake. I sold him some comics and told him it was this, and I thought it was that, and I thought that's what he told me. And so his partner was there, and he told him on the phone, so he bought them from me, and we found out today it was not those. So I made money bad. So I'm working hard here to get him the money. I'm going to probably pay him back. That's really bad. I told him it was the first appearance of something that wasn't, so I feel really bad about that.
Oh, shit.
So I took our sponsor for some money. Maybe I'll bring him a pizza. Is that good enough to get forgiveness?
Well, he always likes food, he said. So
That is true. I'll bring him another dog.
street tacos. Bring him street
Dang.
tacos. No, I don't think that'll work.
All right. As we see, the box office numbers are from December 1st to the 3rd, this past weekend. Coming in at number 1,
El Latino.
Coco.
Antonio Banderas.
Comes in at number 1. It's the second week. It's the first time I think he's in there.
I thought he was playing Coco.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
Didn't he? After the guitar?
No, he's not. No, this is not mariachi.
Oh, I thought this was part 4.
Well, this is mariachi, isn't it?
I know, right? He sees the mariachis.
This is different.
He wants to be a mariachi.
They don't talk about Coco.
It's like, he's not Puss in Boots. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
This is all anime. He's Puss in Boots. Anyways, Coco came in first for its second week again, coming in number 2, and it disappeared.
Wait a minute. You gotta give Coco some more props, Vato. You're
My
brown. What do you mean you're black?
It's like, my bad.
He didn't say he was black.
I thought he said my black. What?
My bad. Actually, I was supposed to go through with the weekend total of.
Rick doesn't need to drink anymore.
I'm afraid to drink. It makes me cough.
That's the dick in your mouth.
Everybody's wondering what you doing now.
Nothing. I'm sitting here watching the show.
Anyways, Coco made 27.5 mil this weekend with a grand total of 110.
And again, this is just American numbers.
Yeah, and we don't know what the
We
budget
don't know what
is.
the budget is, but obviously I believe they're doing really well here. And then coming in at number 2, our favorite movie, one of our favorite movies, is Justice League, because it wasn't a bad movie. Made 16 mil
The movie's trash.
with a total gross of 197 mil.
Yeah, which I'm glad they did that well in the U.S. because it was a good movie. It did not deserve the shitting on that it got from the critics. It deserved way better than that.
Yeah, I think they're just pulling away from Batman v Superman and just kind of threw it on with the rest.
Yeah, they're throwing it all in the same lumber pile, just torching it all.
And that's what they shouldn't be doing.
No, they definitely shouldn't. It should have been judged as a different movie.
Yeah. And then coming in at number 3 also is Wonder. This is the one with Julia Roberts about the kid with the, I guess, the deformed face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genetic
I'm not laughing at his deforms. It's just how you said that.
Well, how did I say it?
I don't know. You just made me laugh. Maybe it's the alcohol.
Maybe, probably. It made weekend gross of 12.1 mil.
Yeah, he is
with
gross.
a grand total of 87.6.
What the fuck?
Not the kid, Owen Wilson.
Okay.
And this is its third week.
Wonder was an amazing movie. It's a true story about this young man who's gone through hell. I personally think he's an amazing actor. I think he should be given an Oscar. I'm just saying.
Thanks. That's more I gotta cut. The sincerity is lacking, sir.
As all right, coming in number 4 is Thor Ragnarok, which is another one of our favorite movies. That made 9.8 mil this weekend, with a grand total of 291.6 mil, with a budget of 180. So, man, totally killed their budget.
Yeah, I mean, and just look at that. So week 5, and it's still
In the top 5.
in the top 5, like the 4th, and it's like, damn, like, you know, they won so big, it's ridiculous.
And then coming in at number 5 is Daddy's Home 2.
Yes, I
Will
am.
Ferrell. It made 7.5 mil with a grand total of 82.8, with the total of 69 mil. So yeah, they really made their budget too. Barely.
Yeah, you know, but it's still profitable. I mean, given what they had to compete with, because they're in the 4-week point versus Thor in the 5-week point. They've had a lot of big competitors within that time period, and
Yeah.
they've still managed to make their money. So that's something for a comedy movie like this, you know, because comedy movies haven't been doing very well for a while. You know, if you're really paying attention to the box office, so
Yeah.
that's good for them. That's respectable. They make good money.
And as you can see, there's no brand new movies that made number 1 at all.
No. Oh, to give you your numbers real quick on before you go on your other reviews on the other people there. Coco, it made 110 million, as you see there. American money. Its budget was between 175 million to 200 million. So you look at that number, you're like, but it made 280 million already worldwide.
Oh.
Which is very respectable, especially for a cartoon about a Latino thing, which is very interesting.
Day of the
Gives
Dead,
you a little bit of Mexican pride. I know you even feel prideful yourself there, you white man.
I'm proud of you Mexicans.
Oh, nice. You heard it here first.
And you got Keira Knightley and Johnny Depp and all them with the Murder of the Orient Express coming in an honorable mention. They're coming in number 6 with 6.7 mil with a grand total of 84.8 with the budget of 55. And that's
So they
their
beat the
4th week.
budget.
Yeah, they beat their budget.
Yeah, I'm proud of them for that. I mean, because it looked like a really freaking good movie, but it was like we were all like, wincing about, are they going to be able to make it with all these competitors? But they did, you know.
Especially
So
when, at the time that they came out, it was hard. It was a really hard fight.
Well, okay, and again, I'm just hitting you with more numbers as we go. Justice League, you said 197. As we all know, we were concerned because their budget was like 300 million. It was something ridiculous. Worldwide, they've now made $569.2 million. Still not up there yet, but it's only week 3.
yeah, and they doubled their money, so that's still something.
And I'll find out, see if we have any new top 10 members in the members. Let me see here while Rick is doing his little thing.
And as I say,
Top 10 members.
all the new movies that came out, you had the disaster movie with James Franco. That came out, but that came as number 12. You had they re-released the Titanic, which came in at number 14.
Really?
Yeah, and then you got The Shape of Water. I think that's the one with the creature and the girl.
Oh yeah, like the one based off of
Like the creature of the Black Lagoon. I think.
yeah, or wasn't it
Or,
the
Sabian.
from Hellboy. Right.
Yeah, that's that one. Then that one was that was their first week. They came in number 20. And then I have no idea what Wonder Wheel was. But that one is 21.
Wonder Wheel. It seems like everybody's just trying to capitalize off of the Wonder Woman success. Wonder Wheel, Wonder. Like what's next? It's gonna be Wonder Dog. It's like
Yeah, those four were the week ones and way off, not even close to top 10 at all.
actually, if they made a movie about Wonder Dog, that would be pretty cool. Because like Jim the Wonder Dog in Missouri was crazy, dude. We had this book about it. This dog apparently was super intelligent. Like this family just got him. They didn't know what they got, but this dog could actually predict stuff. And they didn't even know until they were paying attention, and they would see how he would react. He would react like a human. He was really intelligent. It was crazy.
That's Mr. Peabody.
No, that's not Mr. Peabody because he could talk.
Nice. Oh, updates on the 2017 film top grossing. There's really been no changes. It's all still the same as the last time I said. The only difference is the thing I was looking at here is if Thor can pull out another 9 million here in week 6, it will surpass Wonder Woman.
Wow.
It needs another Needs another 5 million to pass Wonder
has-
Woman.
It's going to do it then.
It has this week to do it because next week, Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
True.
the Wars of the Stars.
Very true.
Fran Tarkenton, Kathleen E. Crosby, David Duchovny,
I was like, all
Lawrence
right.
Fishburne.
Well, that's our box office numbers for this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we brought more energy to box office than we have in a while. So hey,
Gladly brought to you by Uncanny Comics. Uncanny Comics, located on Avenue I, Rosenberg, Texas. Joseph Cano, owner, proprietor, slave master of 2 dogs. Go see him for your Uncanny Comic needs. He'll hook you up, rob you blind, and everything else. But he'll do it with a smile. Uncanny Comics.
you'll feel good about it.
Soon coming to Uncanny Comics, BDSM Supply. You may be able to purchase that. That would be funny.
He'll love that.
If you're in the Rosenberg area around Uncanny Comics during wrestling events, I think we're going to start watching them over there, are we?
That's right. Uncanny Comics now hosting wrestling events thanks to Rick the Dick Lopez. And,
You can edit that one out.
okay, what we can edit that out? That was great. Okay, fine. If you, like Rick said, if you're near Uncanny Comics during any wrestling event, any pay-per-view, whether it be a big one, small one, large one, medium, probably just the big ones, right?
Probably mostly the big ones.
I don't think we're really going to go show up for every small one, do you?
No.
Unless it's got an intriguing match.
Yeah.
But I like hanging out there, so come on by. Enjoy the wrestling with us. And we sit there and, there's a lot of trash talking and funniness going on in there.
There's little side bets going on and stuff.
There's all kinds of bets. I bet you a punch in the nuts that he's going to win. You're on. Oh, no. I'm out of here. 1, 2. The kick out. 2. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is. My son enjoyed he was laughing in there, and we had a great time. So, yeah, please come out and join us because it's a fun place to be. You guys really don't know.
Yeah.
Uncanny Comics now with over 7,300 followers. Again,
He's getting close to that 10,000 mark.
more followers than Bedrock Pop Culture and D&D or whatever the hell they are. And all the comic book stores in Houston you combine, Uncanny Comics has probably more followers than all of them. That's a legit statement. He doesn't have as many as me, but he does have followers. How you like that?
Okay, we go.
Mel got to brag his.
I'm bragging. When you got 10 inches, bro, you got to brag. I ain't got 10 inches, but I'm just saying when you do, you got to brag.
I think you have a heart disease risk.
All the blood going. That's why I got 2 hearts.
Is the other one in your dick?
God, dude.
Dude, that would be terrible. Shit, I wouldn't be sitting with you. I'd be making fucking
You
pornos.
can watch it.
I would not be doing my job. Y'all would call me Enrico Suave. I would be making some serious movies, bro.
You going to take the name Dirt Diggler?
No.
The pulsing dick.
You got to give it a Spanish name. I'll think of something later, and that's going to be my porno name. El Mustache Grande, the big mustache. It has sideburns.
So it's going to be a 70s throwback.
Yeah, exactly. Dos mujeres and un penis de 10
God, dude.
some shit like that. We're still going to get censored. Well, hell, it doesn't matter anymore because apparently you told me this net neutrality bullshit's going to screw us in the ass.
Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. So let's just go and jump up into trailer talk. We ain't got no wee doggy coming over here.
Because I'm looking at you dumb fucks and you're like, what the hell is that shit?
Well, you try to throw it in, boy.
Wait 1 second. Give me
Throw it in, boy.
Squeal like a pig, boy. I said squeal.
Wait.
There it goes.
I think I hurt my throat. I think it's bleeding. All right, man.
Sorry, man. This rum is really strong.
Well, put some
got some more Pepsi?
Yeah,
Go
put
ahead,
some
boy.
drink in there,
I was
fool.
like, man,
You can't be drinking it straight out the bottle, bro.
I wasn't trying to.
I see 2 of you. Or are you just that large?
How much you put?
I don't know. I just know this bottle was a lot fuller than what it is right now.
Yeah, you're right. But I did have like 3, so, you know.
Well, you are an alcoholic. How are you not dead?
I got blue eyes, man. That gives me a natural genetic advantage to be able to drink alcohol.
Let me see them eyes. Come here.
You can't see him.
That motherfucker's Caquita Brown. All right, give me some trailers, Rick.
All right, first trailer we watched was the Avengers Infinity War trailer that dropped.
Yeah, Thanos is about to fist them all up, bro.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of you're gonna see a lot of Avengers get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he does not. They did not bitch him at all. Like, he is one bad motherfucker. Like,
He ain't
you know
wearing
that
his
from the
armor.
beginning.
It's like, I don't need no fucking armor. Punk bitches.
It's like they just human.
Yeah.
The only actual real hero is Spider-Man.
What about the Hulk?
Well, the Hulk. But other than that, the other ones
Yeah, they don't have a fucking chance.
Yeah, he just fucking punked like Iron Man. Just boom,
Yeah,
down.
but did you see how he had the vision?
Yeah.
Or did Loki
Yeah.
have vision down?
No, it was Thanos.
Thanos had this.
No, not Thanos. It was one of Thanos's.
He had the staff.
It was one of Thanos' minions that one of his. Well, I guess.
Oh, is it Midnight? Mix him a
Think so.
one of those people? Okay,
Yeah.
oh man, now that's going to be really cool if they're in it. But yeah, Vision was like getting punked out. Okay, why is Vision got to look more human now?
That's what I'm wondering what that was. If that Scarlet Witch doing something to make him look like that. That's why you still saw the jewel.
That's a good question. You know, I was just thinking that it was like, you know, kind of the familiar sci-fi concept of him wanting to be more human.
The thing about that is, yeah, I know that him and Scarlet Witch in the comic books, they have a thing. They wind up getting married and whatnot. He's a robot. He is not a robot. He is a sentient being, whatever. He has no genitalia.
He can form it.
Okay, that may be the only reason why, but I don't see how that just grosses me out, bro. That's just some sick shit. I'm just saying, I can't see the Scarlet Witch getting it on with that thing.
That is her life-size vibrator.
Well, she was a little fucked up in the mind, though. You know,
That is true.
So her falling in love with a robot isn't really too far.
He's not
of
really a rope. Yeah, I know, but it still just bothers the shit out of me.
It's a vibration with the add batteries.
Shut up, bro.
He's got the vibrate function. Woo!
Y'all some sick bastards. Y'all done messed up Avengers for me. Oh my god, dude! All I want to say is Captain America looks beast mode with the beard.
Oh, he does. He does. You know, and the reappearance, like it's him. It's just like yes.
Yeah, but when Black Panther says that, somebody get this man a shield. What did it make you think of?
I didn't think
It made me think of something, but I can't remember.
John Wick. Somebody get this man a gun.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, racist.
And why's it got to be a black guy saying it too?
Right.
both times.
Yeah, exactly. Lawrence Fishburne, and the other one here was
Black Panther.
I can't remember his name.
Because only black people are cool enough to say that kind of sentence.
Is that what it is?
That's all. Yeah.
Okay, always bet
It's
on
okay.
black.
Yeah, there you go.
You play roulette. Always bet on black. That's just nice, baby.
Yeah, but you got to see everybody. You got to see the Guardians. You got to see Thor.
Still got a missing eye.
Still was.
I got to admit, out of all the trailers I've ever seen, and, you know, we've become very focused on trailers as a podcast. So individually, you know, that makes us more like concentrated, like how good is the trailer? How good does it really represent the movie? How is it as a trailer itself? This is one of the best I've ever seen. Like, this one really does, like, hype you up. Like, I really feel from this trailer like it's going to be the best Avengers movie yet.
Yeah, I like how they start off with the normal Avengers theme. They always play, usually on the other ones, it's dun, 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 really loud, really fast. And here's like slow and kind of like, you know, the Avengers are bitches. Because they are. I mean, Thanos walks out like...
He's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, and you see how he had Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
So...
And Iron Man just fucking punched him down like he's nothing.
And again, this is only part one. So Adam Warlock has to show up eventually because they're going to need him.
Yeah.
Even Doctor Strange ain't shit. I mean, that just goes to tell you.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool. And I think I don't think in this one he's even going to be concerned with them. He's going to be just trying to get the gems. So like you said, you're going to see his minions like Proxima, whatever, Midnight Proxima, and the other people maybe doing stuff, which is still cool. And I agree with Sean. This is probably going to be the most badass Avengers yet. I mean, I know you guys are all about, you liked, which one did you like the most? You liked, Captain America Civil War? No, Captain America, the Soldier, Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah, I like that one better.
See, I like Civil War because I had all the other ones in there. But I got a feeling this one here is going to be like 1 and 2 are going to like totally just steal it away from everything else. I'm excited. What about you, Rick?
Oh, I'm definitely excited. Can't wait till it comes out. I've been sitting there like when I first, I was like, yeah. And then I was nitpicking everything, looking at every Easter egg that I could find in there. And like I said, when you saw the Hulkbuster armor, which is a little different, I don't think Tony's in it. I think the Banner's in it because he didn't want to be the Hulk showing up to Wakanda yet to kind of say, "Hey, look, I'm here."
It's Peppa. It's Peppa Potts.
Pepper.
It's Riri.
That's a good line of theorizing, like who is actually in that armor.
Yeah, because the way he jumped, you saw the Hulkbuster jump armor. It jumped just like the Hulk would, and Tony. He's Grace. He's he's gonna land it right. He's gonna fly it. He
can't help having that bit of like performance drama.
Prima donna. Just
he's gonna have that class.
I have to look good coming in. Even when I'm losing, I gotta look good.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you actually got to see Spider-Man with the Spidey sense.
His hair stood up.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, Spidey sense. Got that right away. What else did I catch in there? There's a lot.
I don't like the way the Black Widow looked.
No, with the hair change.
That was the one thing that was kind of a blemish on it. Was it just the blonde eyelashes and the
looks like she doesn't have any eyelashes. Yeah, doesn't have any eyebrows. I'm like, where are your eyebrows at?
I had a feeling she did that because remember she's on the run now because she left.
True.
Yeah, which I mean, to be completely like fair and accurate to the comic, she did change her hair a lot. She did a lot of things because she was a spy, so she constantly was changing up how she looked.
And how soon did she just do the Ghost in the Shell before this movie? And she went blonde for that one.
She went black. She had black hair.
Oh, she had black hair.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I forgot. There was another movie where she went blonde in too. So I don't know. Anyway.
Was there? Yeah, there
blonde
was.
Lucy.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. She did. She was doing a sequel for that.
At least she ain't doing the freaking Christian Bale shit. Let me lose like 200 pounds and look like a stick. Let me gain 275 pounds now. Like, holy crap, dude, you're gonna die.
Hell, when she did Age of Ultron, she was pregnant. Just like Gal Gadot was pregnant during Wonder Woman.
Random thought, but this would be really cool. What if they did a Batman movie that had all of like the surviving actors that ever played Batman in it? And you had like Batman from the eras, like an interdimensional kind of thing, like DC likes to do anyway.
Oh, so you could have like a situation where maybe the Flash does the paradox thing and winds up ripping a wormhole and all the different Earths, whatever, and the different Batmans come through to stop some major. Dude, they could do Batman metal.
Dude, wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
Yeah, but I don't think you.
They would never do it. But if they did, it would be so cool.
Who wants Val Kilmer back in there? Michael Keaton would be cool, but who wants Val Kilmer or freaking George Clooney?
Yeah, Clooney.
I'd rather see freaking Adam West, but he's gone.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I mean, they could reanimate him, the way that they do with Tron, remember?
Adam West.
There was enough of him, They could probably do a animation version of him.
They did.
I would just dig him up and scan him and use it that way.
God damn.
Well, that's fucked
next?
up.
That's fucking next.
Frankenstein Hollywood. Here we go.
That's fucking next. Unbury that motherfucker. Let's scan him. Okay, we're good. We got images.
There is a good cross. We've never seen a Frankenstein mixture with Batman that I can remember.
Solomon Grundy.
He don't wear pants.
Well, that's more of like an inspired by Frankenstein kind of stuff, not exactly Frankenstein era.
You
Batman.
need to. Okay, I'll be honest. You need to go pick up a medal, Batman medal, right now. Basically,
was he the Night one? The Night Batman?
No. Batman medal is the one that's going on right now, where everything that's happened to Batman has been pretty much, not say preordained, but was set in motion by Barbados. And he has all this metal in him, like nth metal and all this other stuff. And basically, it's enabled for evil Batmans to come from different worlds. You have a Batman Green Lantern, you have a Batman Flash, a Batman Doomsday, a Batman Aquaman, and you have a Batman Joker. He's leading the group, the Batman who laughs. Dude, it is freaking sinister. It is dark as shit, and it is almost done. And I'm just like, the real Bruce Wayne is like, no one knows where the hell he's at. He's like captured, and Superman tried to go save him. Dumbass got caught too, and where Batman's at. Batman was trying to warn him, but it's really dark. You really would love it. What you were saying earlier just made me think of that. It's really cool. I can't say how great that storyline is right now. It's really intense. I mean, the owls, Batman dying on the hands of Darkseid, and a bunch of other stuff happening. All that stuff was made to wind up injecting different types of metal or other stuff into his system, which allowed the other stuff to happen, the other worlds to open up. It's a trip. It really is. I don't even know if I'm explaining it right, but it's really good.
Hey, it sounds good.
Well, coming back to Infinity War, you know the scene in the trailer where you see Thor kind of holding on to.
Yeah, what was he holding on to?
I don't know what he's holding on, but the theory is that he's actually working on a dying star,
Really?
creating a new hammer.
Huh.
Oh, Mjolnir. Interesting.
Oh,
So he
to
might-
replace Mjolnir.
Yeah, so he might have what was the second Mjolnir that he had? Wasn't it like an axe kind
I
of?
forget,
Is
man.
that about the one Beta Ray Bill had?
No, because that was a
talking about a
totally
sword?
separate one.
Or is it the sword?
He has a sword. I don't know the other Mjolnir he had.
And I forget when the one was destroyed in the comics.
Yeah, I don't even remember when it was destroyed in the comics. That's how freaking bad I am with
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's so many comics to
Yeah.
even remember the storyline would be really hard. But
All I care is that Beta Real Bill shows up. Horse Thor?
you know,
Hell yeah.
he might have a cameo.
Well, he's got to because you saw the head, and
Hey, if he does show up, I want you to wear the horse head to the.
I will wear the horse head, and I will come with the fucking hammer.
You're gonna go to the theater with the hair.
I will wear the
head?
horse head, and I will bring I need a brown head, and I need a thin crown, and I need a hammer. I will come to the freaking theater dressed up as Beta Real Bill. I shit you not.
Man, we need to we need to figure out how we get the premiere tickets so we can go in and see stuff at the beginning.
I would do that. I would go to Hollywood and do that shit. I'd cosplay and go in. I'm dead serious.
Dude, I'd drive you.
We'd get arrested together.
Hey, good times. Good times.
All right, the next trailer we saw was we're going to biblical here,
Jesus.
in which I actually thought this looks like a good story. Miguel saw it, thought it was a good story. It's a story about Mary Magdalene.
You know, I honestly, I thought it was very good. I thought it was very well written, just from what we saw in the trailer. The directors who did this are going, like Sean said earlier, it's not corny at all.
No.
It's written well. I mean, it brings you in. The musical score behind it is played well. Surprisingly, Joaquin Phoenix playing Jesus, at first I thought it was going to be a joke. But I like some of the stuff he's done, and there's some points that he was doing something like, okay, that's ridiculous. But then I got it, why it was done. I was like, okay, that's cool. Who's the woman playing Mary Magdalene? It was Mooney, right? Mara Rooney, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name. She's a great actress. The thing that I was concerned with, and this is where all these Catholics are going to be pissed off, because you know the whole story with Da Vinci. The whole story is, and I think you might know this, Sean, is that Mary Magdalene is, like you said, Rick, earlier, is Jesus' wife.
Yeah.
And they had a daughter. And Mary Magdalene is actually the apostle sitting in the supper picture, the one that doesn't have any facial hair. That's supposed to be Mary Magdalene. That's, the whole, I don't know, the conspiracy theory that you see, the angels and demons, all that crap with the movies of Tom Hanks, all that baloney stuff. Catholics have a real problem with that. Because as some priests would tell you, Jesus was perfect. He didn't make any sins like that, and getting married or having a woman out of wedlock or anything, or having a child and not being married. This is something he wouldn't do because he was perfection. And so I'm just wondering how they're going to play that. If there's going to be any, you can see them trying to build the not the confliction, the
Implication.
yeah, the attractionness between them or whatever, but you can definitely see the attractionness from her to him. But you don't really see it really from Joaquin back. You see it him loving her as a child of God. Is what you see it, which is really cool. That's where I was like, okay, this is going to go this direction. And he's basically going to show the story of how she played a role in all this stuff. And as before we even saw this, I was playing Kings of Kings for you. You saw her when he was risen and she came out and saw him and whatnot. I'm very interested in seeing how they did this. I imagine there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to be happy with it. And I know Catholics will probably be the top ones. That's why I asked you the question, how your aunt's going to feel about this movie.
Like I said, my mom saw the trailer. My mom was already interested, ready to go to the movie theater to watch this.
It gets you that way. And as much as a religious guy that I'm really not, well, I'm kind of, but not, I've seen the Ten Commandments. We talked about it. We've seen the Ten Commandments like 80 billion times in our lifetime. It's just freaking Charlton Heston, Yul Brynner. I mean, amazing guys. You forget it's the Bible. And then Kings of Kings is one that I really love. And that's when I actually watched that one. I really feel more religious about it. I really want to see this. I'm drawn to it because I want to see, I don't know. I don't want to see if it's a controversial movie because I don't want a controversy.
I don't think it'll be controversial.
I just want to see something. It hasn't been done.
A different perspective.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly. Go ahead, Sean. Finish out for me.
The sense I got from it was that it's not something trying to create controversy, trying to feed off of like what I've taken from James Altucher, the term outrage porn. It's not trying to go off of the outrage of, people get all pissed off. They're hooked on outrage. It's more like just trying to take a different perspective, trying to take a different take on things. And from like, with like, say, people getting on the whole thing of, did Jesus have like a love affair or whatever? I mean, there are human beings that we know of today that couldn't give a care less about having any kind of relationship like that because they're so focused on some bigger vision, some bigger thing that they really view as their true legacy, their true meaning in life. So how is it so hard to think of this person, Jesus, whether you believe that he was a Messiah or not? How is it so hard to think of him as being a person that wasn't really personally swayed by, his sexual identity? That wasn't a thing to him. It didn't matter to him. That to me is like irrelevant. To think that that's the compelling thing is outdated Freudian thinking. There's a lot more to psychology. There's a lot more that's been figured out than just those pushing the passion. So to me, the fact that she was drawn to him and, so drawn to him that can be easily interpreted by, I love this man, I'm into this man. But to him, he's like, it's the vision. It's the kingdom. It's what I see and the greater things beyond myself and beyond everything of my own personal life. And that's what he was trying to inculcate into her. She was taking that from him, and she was, even though, she was kind of coming from it with a little bit of the understanding of, but I'm in love with you. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing man. But she was at the same time, and Mary was warning her in the trailer, like, but you've got to be ready to lose him.
Yeah, the cool part was, and that's great information there. I think one of the things that really sold me on the fact that it wasn't going to be one of those type of movies was the fact at the end that she mentioned this statement to him about, is that how it feels to be loved by God or be one with God?
And he said, nobody
has ever asked me
that question.
So that made me, okay, so we're going to see, and I like how they show the apostles not liking her there because, she was a woman of sin. Yeah. And he forgave her. And everything else. So
she had a reputation. Yeah, he went against all of those social constructs of reputation. He was like, "This is who she is."
Yeah, obviously his apostles, he was tax collectors. You had to, it's interesting, and he forgave everybody. Yeah, it's very intriguing. It really is, and I like Rick said earlier, it's never been done. I want to see this. I probably will enjoy it. I really will, and I'm not a super. If it was Mel Gibson, 8,000 people would have died and, there'd be some ass whooping in there someplace, I'm just saying. But, or if it had been Darren Aronofsky, it'd have been like some major earthquake or some crap like that. Who knows? But I don't even know who did this. Do we know who it was?
I just know it was. We read it. I know it's the director of the movie The Lion.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was, I guess one of the ones that, I think like Slumdog Millionaire and one of them. And also the screenwriting and producers were like from the King's Speech.
Okay.
So you have some really good movies.
So we have guys, you have some great people behind. Okay.
Oh, yeah. A lot of really great people.
So, okay, here's a question for you. Knowing how the Academy is and knowing how people are in regards to certain type of movies, but knowing what we just saw here and how it just draws you in, you think it's going to get any love when it comes down for Oscar time?
I don't think so.
Because it's too religious?
I think
even the portrayal by Ms. Rooney and Joaquin Phoenix, you don't think they could get a best actor or anything?
No, because the thing is,
not best score, best film, anything.
I think
score maybe, but the reason why we don't really see biblical movies in the Oscars is that
Ten Commandments, they want some stuff.
Hollywood is religion phobic. They're afraid of religions. They're afraid of...
Right now, they need Jesus right about now.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, moving on.
Rick's like, Jesus, I went to church today.
Moving on. The next trailer we saw, which is kind of funny, we're still sticking with Joaquin Phoenix. This movie is called You Were Never Really Here.
I know I wasn't.
This is a movie which you mentioned that if it's too soon to play... or whatnot. It looks like Joaquin Phoenix is playing a hitman.
Yeah.
I guess, uses a hammer, which is very brutal, to take out whatever he needs to. He also uses guns too, but mainly the hammer.
I like the hammer. It's the hammer
And
of God.
it looks like a senator hired him to go get his daughter that is going through sex trafficking.
Yeah, like his daughter got taken.
Yeah.
That's the part that just creeps you out, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then he ends up saving the daughter, but then they kill the senator, so now he's stuck with the daughter because they're trying to kill them.
It is okay. All the crap that's going on, man. This show is really controversial today. All the shit that's going on in Hollywood. You touched me, I touched you, and I touched you inappropriately, and I did this to you. First of all, we here don't condone any of that shit. But this movie, I am surprised this movie's going to come out. I mean, he's going to go save the little girl. I get this. It's a hero story. He's a hitman. He's going to go save the little girl from whatever. But oh my God, when you have the images of the girl in the room, she's like there, and you have the guy getting up, he has no shirt on it, and you know what it
pisses you off, and it makes you feel very
and what
comfortable.
you see, yeah. You talk about not feeling certain ways. That really just kind of like, wow, these motherfuckers are pushing the envelope. Mm-hmm. And that's why I brought up that Stephen King shit earlier. How people were pissed off about that. What do you think they'll think about this? And then you see the little girl sitting with Joaquin at the table, and you look at her. She physically looks like she's freaking young.
Oh yeah, very young.
That's why,
freaking little girl young.
Like I told you when I was watching, when we watched It, and how they had the little girl on the rocks in her underwear. So, it's like, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it wasn't necessary. It didn't have to be in there. I mean, obviously they're teenage boys and they're just kind of staring at her. That was funny, but it seemed wrong. And then
it was even shown.
Yeah. And why do they have to switch the fact instead of the dad just being abused or beaten, whatever? Now all of a sudden he's a he's a toucher, lover, that kind of shit. It's like, come on, man. And maybe I saw the first one wrong, but I did see it. It didn't seem that way. But this seems like it's a good movie. The fact that he's going to go out and hitman and save people and defend the little girl and beat the dog crap out of these bad people and kill them. That's cool. I'm down with that. It's just the point where you actually see like the hostel. I'm not hostels where I'm looking for bordello or sex trafficking clinic or whatever the hell you want to call this shit. It is, first of all, speaking as a father, I'd kill every motherfucker in that building.
Yeah, totally.
I would definitely do what he's doing. I'd pack my shit and I'd go blow half of fucking New York up till I found my kid.
Yeah.
There's nothing a father wouldn't do for his daughter. Straight up. I'm just saying. But, I mean, you might want to cut some of that out, but I'm just saying, yeah, it was just very uncomfortable. I like the movie with what Joaquin's going to do. I just didn't think they needed that. They could have implied what was going on, kind of like in Taken, and didn't have to put that scene in. I think the scene just didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Maybe I'm just a little soft, or maybe I'm just emotionally affected by certain things that's been happening here lately and whatever. I don't know. That didn't even come out right. Maybe I'm just, I don't know.
I do see what you mean. I mean, the thing is, you look at it and it's like, are they trying to really come against it, or are they trying to somewhat desensitize to it? Like,
if they're bringing more attention to it, to bring it out, to say this shit is really going out there, fine. Make a fucking point differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That I'm all with you. Hell yeah. Let them know that this shit actually goes on.
Yeah.
This shit does go on.
Yeah.
But, god damn it. I mean, come on. Or get an actress that's 18 or some shit, so you don't feel like you got some
really
little baby girl in there
shit going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does the father or the mother of that little actress let her do that scene?
Yeah, and
granted, she's not naked or anything. It's still the fact,
but it's so strongly implied. Mm-hmm. It's so strongly put across.
Okay, I will give props to this little actress because the look on her face, psychologically, you couldn't. It looks like she has been traumatized.
Yeah, and she's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on there.
That right there was like amazing acting. The fact that she could pull that off.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn. And I guess that's probably why I kind of look at it a little bit more.
It's traumatizing.
Yeah, the movie looks like it could be good. I just don't know if that needed to be there.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Overall, it looks like it's a question like, do we need to see it in this kind of graphic level or not?
I think Rick's going to come out with some info.
The girl that plays it, I can't really pronounce her name. She's Russian.
Okay. Oh, that makes it worse.
You're right. She is young. She is 14 years old.
Okay.
So we're going to use, okay. All right. I'm not going to touch that.
Well, the complicated thing about it is when you touch on issues like
She's really
this,
Russian? I thought she was American. She looked
Russian.
American. She looked English. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
when you touch on issues like that, it makes you really deal with actual social issues, actual problems that we're dealing with today. Like, it's not something that society once dealt with. It's something that's still going on the underground, on the darker side of things. So it really questions, there's like a fine line between, hey, we want to expose how bad this stuff is and what's really going on. And then on the other hand, like, to what extent are we glorifying it? To what extent are we giving it credence, like making it normalized?
Let me ask you a legit question here. And this is for both of you guys. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, and I apologize. Am I being a hypocrite right now? Because of what I said about the Jesus movie and what I stance on that. And compare to this, I mean, I just thought about it right now. Am I being a real hypocrite? Because I came out stance on this movie with the Jesus movie about blah, blah, this, and that, and how you said we need to be desensitized. We need to be open-minded about stuff. So am I being a hypocrite because of the way I'm being on this film now? What do you think, Rick?
No.
Because
go ahead.
you're being more personal.
Okay.
You took it personal.
Okay.
Because being that you do have a daughter, and being that it is this way, of course your mindset's going to change from what you said before to now, because you're thinking as a father instead of as a movie critic.
Oh, okay. This movie's amazing. Let me tell you something right now. This movie's going to make money.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
It's gonna. Yeah, you're right. You're
I
absolutely
agree
right.
with Rick. I feel like there is just a basic human experience. If you have the kind of value for a girl as whether a daughter or a sister, if you have that familial relationship, you have the sense of like, I don't want to see her getting violated. I don't want to see her being taken in her innocence and still development and growth taken advantage of. And then when you see this kind of shit, you're thinking like, I want to see these motherfuckers pay.
And that's when Joaquin does it.
I don't want to see the opposite where it's like seen as okay. I want to see these motherfuckers as this is totally wrong and these guys need to die. Because if it was my sister, if it was your daughter, if it was somebody we gave a care about, we would fucking kill them all. Like we would kill every fucker, every single one that was in the fucking building. It wouldn't just be like, okay, this guy that's fucking with her. No, all of them. They'd all fucking
Floors
die.
1 through 28. Y'all some dead fuckers.
And that's like, I think what's an instinctive part of being a man is caring about a younger woman, caring about a female.
Now you made me think, Rick, maybe I should do this movie as a critic instead of a father, because this is so you can probably cut the father crap out. So as a critic, I think the movie looks good. Joaquin Phoenix is playing an excellent part. He looks amazing in his anger and how he's controlling and how he's the cab and how he's trying to protect people and save kids, and the senator winds up dying and he has to take care of the little girl. That's pretty cool. Is it too soon for this right now with everything going on in Hollywood? I think it probably is. I think this film may not make it. It may get pulled before it gets out there. Or it may catch so much flack negatively they'll pull it.
But you have to admit, the trailer alone makes this movie look so good. It brings that out.
Oh, it brings out the
It
father
brings
in you?
that father in you.
Yeah.
So this is a powerful movie.
True.
But is all the crap going on in Hollywood right now going to allow it to make it? Is the director, audience, or the director, whoever those, are they going to get so much flack for it?
It might actually make it because he actually is beating the crap out of people because of doing it.
True.
That's true, but you know how people are. The state that Hollywood's in right now, it's highly weird.
It really depends on the mood of people because, we've got for one thing, we've got two totally different elements. We've got the Hollywood element of who's going to actually be pushing this movie and putting it out there for us all to see it. And we have the American public. How are people generally going to feel? Are they tired of the Hollywood stuff and they just want to, la 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 pretend that none of it actually exists? Or are they like, yeah, you know what? Let's have the motherfuckers paying for their crimes. So we're having two very different echelons of society. How are they really going to respond to this? Yeah. So to me, it's like it's a 50-50. Like I have no idea if they're going to want to ride off of this or if they're going to want to try to just avoid it. But I feel like to a certain extent, it could be a good idea because when there is a sense of strong opposition, it's kind of a good thing to release into controversy because then people see it because it's controversial.
Yeah.
So it could do well because of that very fact, because it's capturing people's interest in what's going on right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What you got, Rick?
All right, going on to our next trailer.
How many trailers do we have in this thing? We only
See,
have 4.
Rick is the only one that's going to come out here and not smell like shit because he didn't say it.
Exactly.
It's not that I'm
He smelled like shit. He went to the bathroom. He ain't white.
as you see, I like to make the show go on.
I understand it. Okay, Mr. Go on.
All right, the next trailer we saw which we are all interested in watching. DC has a new Batman cartoon coming out. They actually got some good Japanimation animators that came in off some good shows that I've seen, from Psycho Pass, from Kill Afro Samurai. They made Batman Ninja. This trailer just looks like creepy, amazing, the way the Joker is. They brought in what you saw a lot of them. You saw the Joker, you saw Two-Face, you saw Harley, you saw Catwoman.
I didn't really see Catwoman. I missed Catwoman, but I saw Gorilla Grodd. It looks like it. It looks really cool. Batman Ninja. Joker is amazing. The Joker looks totally amazing. I think the Batman looks badass. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is it me or the Joker looks more sadistic?
The Joker looks definitely more sadistic.
Oh, it's like the Brandon Heath Joker.
God, yeah, he does. Harley doesn't look like the Harley you would think. She doesn't look really, I don't know, I wouldn't say whored up like sometimes, but she looked totally different.
Yeah.
She had a Japanese Chung-Li type look. Kind of cool. I don't know, because I didn't get much to see more of the women characters in the show. I don't know if they're going to try to go all Ninja Scrolls on us in here. You know how dirty that movie is, but I don't think obviously it's DC. But it looks good. I definitely want to own it. I think it's cool. Whether I watch it in subtitles or watch it in the English dub, I think I'm gonna watch it both ways and see which one. But yeah, the Joker looks so sadistic, and it looks like he got like super strong or something else, because at one point it looks like he's kicking Batman's ass. I'm like, dude, seriously. And it looks like some technology still in there, some technology from the future. So they must have opened some wormhole and went back in the time or something. I don't know.
I don't know how this is going to go, but actually, I like the story, the way the story looks like it's going to go.
I think the fact that it's, like you said, the people they have doing it from the Japanese animation people, it's going to be cool. And it is really cool. It's exciting to see something like that come out, because I've never ever thought of anything like that to be made. And I think that's cool. And again, what have I said before? DC kills it on the cartoon side.
Yes, they do.
Always. So what do you think, Sean?
I think that as animation and the action they show, it looks very captivating. You know, it looks like awesome animation. I do like that part. The only question I'm going to have is, that I'm left with is, what is the story really?
Yeah.
Like, what is the writing going to be like? Because at the end of the day, have all the awesome action you want, but if the story's kind of shitty, it fucks everything up. Yeah. And we don't really know by this trailer,
Yeah. Considering that I've seen a lot of these cartoons, a lot of these series and everything that the creators of this one that came out, the Batman element, well, one, you look at the honor system of the samurai and everything. Bushido, the way they are, especially him being, I guess, the ninja is what they call it, because it's Batman Ninja. And that honor system, and how the Joker doesn't have that. And you see the struggle in some of the drawings of Batman, the struggle of that within. Maybe
see that's the confusing thing, is that it's like, it gives the impression like Joker might be a daimyo, might be someone that has a higher position in society, and Batman as a ninja. Now, traditionally, what the ninja really were, they had nothing to do with the samurai. No. They had nothing to do with Bushido. They were an entirely different offshoot. They were assassins. They were not particularly liked by the samurai and by, traditional society. They hated the ninja. I mean, if they are doing their own thing and it's written well, okay, you know what? Awesome.
Honestly, I think they are going to do really well, because, like I said, Miguel said it before, DC kills it in the cartoons.
I hope they really do. I hope they have good writers, because it would be cool. I mean, just seeing the action that they show, and that's all that they're showing. They're not really showing any story at all with this first thing we're seeing.
Yeah.
But if the story is written well, then it will be cool, period. But that's the only thing, my only caveat, my only question is, okay, where are we really going with the story? But if it comes to the action already looks awesome, period.
Yeah. Our last trailer, being that we didn't have too many trailers, but we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, 2 hours with the trailer talk.
We had a lot of drunken talk to give.
Nice, yeah.
Last trailer we saw is called Acts of Violence. This is with Bruce Willis, and I forgot the name of the other actor.
Oh, God. I another faces, I just don't know who they are.
I know Miguel said one of the girl that was in it from Chicago PD.
Yeah, she was Aaron, but Aaron's no longer on Chicago PD, but she was on there.
Yeah, and then
Sophia, I can't think of her name.
And then one of the guys that was the brother of one of the victims, he was Dazed and Confused. He was
but the other brother was he was on Smallville. He played Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Dude, this movie is at first I thought it was like Bruce Willis already making a second Death Wish before he finished the first one? Then what the hell's going on here? But yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of action, basically. You know, people another hijack story, another kidnapping of women, and the brothers decide, dude, we got to do something. And yeah, he's right. I can see brothers, like I told you earlier, I'd go find the 3 sinister guys I know, my friends and family, and we go to town. This movie is an act. It's a good old fashioned man movie.
Yeah.
They don't show a lot of stuff that are being done. They just show the women being taken. That's it.
Yeah.
So all you need is Liam Neeson and he'd find them. But the rest is just the guys trying to kill each other, trying to kill the brothers, and the brothers trying to kill the other guys, trying to get to the sister. That's it. Which is cool. I'm fine with that. Just blow it up, shoot it up, kill it up. That's it. Make an example of him. And that's what I'm talking about. And it's like, it looks good. And I think the acting's going to be pretty decent. Because you got Bruce Willis, can't go wrong.
I totally agree. I mean, there's not a lot you can pick out of it. It's just that it's awesome. You know, it's like Bruce Willis really playing his hardcore kind of part. It seems like it kind of reminds me of Hangman that I watched, where it's Bruce Willis is kind of playing point for this other guy to get in and maybe kind of make his bones as an action hero instead of like it being all about Bruce Willis. So it's kind of a transitional movie, like passing the torch to other action hero, actors. So, but I don't begrudge it that because it's cool, and it's cool to let other guys start to maybe try to take that example and spending the time with the really good actors like Bruce Willis, maybe they can become really awesome action heroes.
I'm glad you said that because that brings up another 2 points I want to make. Number one, I was going to say, enjoy these Bruce Willis movies while you can, because Bruce is up there in age. He's in his 60s, and we have no idea how much longer he's going to make any more movies. I mean, we may get another Die Hard, we may get another whatever, but he's not going to be doing a lot of action movies much longer down the road.
He could decide to retire at any time. I mean, it's up to him.
It's Stallone, and same thing with Arnold. But here's the thing you said. It's perfect. You hit it perfectly. Stallone does the Expendables. Number one, he has the old guys in there, but he brings in the young actors. He's trying to groom for more action stars. I even remember in Expendables 3, he brought a lot of younger people, including Ronda Rousey, to help get them. And he's even said this, and you can read the comments out on Wikipedia, and you can read the comments on he's actually trying to help develop the new stars. And that's commendable. And of course, he's now involved in some shit too, with people who are coming to his aid saying it's all bullshit. But, he's trying to help the next action star. And, you're going to need that because, I mean, what are you going to have? Taylor Lautner doing action? I mean, seriously, come on. I mean, who else is trying to be an action star now? I mean, well, Matt Damon kicks ass, but still, that's Matt Damon.
He's getting old too.
Yeah, see, so Ben Affleck is not going to do Batman forever.
Yeah, I mean, he's old too, if you really think about it.
I mean, your new action star is Tom Holland, Spider-Man. I mean, come on. I mean,
you're starting out,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, come on. I mean, these are the guys that are, you have to have new stars.
Yeah.
Funny, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's my age.
We don't exactly have any young Jason Statham's,
No, we don't.
We don't have anybody like that right now.
So you got to enjoy them when they can because, they have to try to make that money, but eventually they're going to start making those old-timer movies with Morgan Freeman and Alan Arkin, where they rob the banks and they're 80 years old.
That's hilarious.
That movie was great, yeah.
That was a good movie.
But again, it's because those guys are great actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably get 3 other actors that age who were actors before, and they probably couldn't pull it off. I'm just saying. But yeah, this Bruce Willis movie looks pretty good. And I'm sorry, Sean, I'll let you continue on what you wanted to say on that.
No, I completely agree. That's, at the end of the day, it's just getting to see him, even if he's taking a mentor role as the guy kind of supporting these guys, going like, let's kick these guys' asses that did this to my sister. It's still really cool to see that. And, the interesting thing is the fact that he was actually probably doing that as an actor too. He was probably actually mentoring this younger actor to step into the genre. So it's, it's good to see. And I think it'll be, just by the trailer, it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of kick ass, really good stuff, really grim, revenge shit. Like, what, motherfucker, I'm going to get my sister back, and all you're going to pay for what you did to her kind of shit. So looks awesome.
Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Norris, or Willis? Who would you want to study from?
Man, that's hard because that depends on
depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah, because Norris as a person is legendary, but as far as filmography and being able to make the perfect movie, to me, Stallone just has that all around being able to be director, writer, actor, everything. He's just amazing like that. Chuck Norris is literally badass in real life. So, and then like Willis has a taste all to his own, it's just like, dude, you can't beat how much brutality that guy brings to the table.
You said it perfectly. What do you want to study? If you want to become a director, writer, whatever, Stallone is the one to go work for. If you want to be a funny, quirky guy, comedy, serious, kind of kick action, that's Bruce Willis. Yeah. Remember, we talked about his movies when he was David Addison and Moonlighting on TV, when The Blind Date. So he has done comedy. But again,
if you want to actually beat somebody's ass, go
Chuck Norris. Yeah. And Arnold can teach you how it is to be a bodybuilder.
Oh yeah, he can build you like a motherfucker.
Learn how not to speak English, and then be a hit,
and learn how to do business, and become the governor of California.
And then come back and make more movies and still be beloved.
Yeah,
seriously, if that dude was an American citizen, I think he'd be president. I think he would actually win the damn thing.
I wouldn't doubt if he went for it.
He has to be. He can't run because he's not an American citizen. But if he,
I'll vote for him next year.
Nice. If he was born an American citizen, he probably would have won president. I'm not shitting you.
All right. Well, that's all of our trailer for Trailer Talk. Wee. What the hell?
That's little pig.
That's a little piggy.
That's an alcoholic pig, right?
That's a pig that had bad things done.
All right, I have just a little bit of news. I'm gonna have to have Mike shut his ears off when I get to this one part. But the first part right here, Daisy Ridley. She already didn't mention. After the next Star Wars movie, she is leaving the Star Wars. She's not going to do any more after that.
Wow.
So she's doing 7, 8, 9, and that's it?
That's it.
So do you mean that the one that is now going to be released, or the following one?
The following one.
Okay.
Just this trilogy that's what we're working on right now is the last part. Because there's another director that's coming in that's going to do the next set. Totally off of the Skywalkers. Not going to be no Skywalkers in the next trilogy.
So okay. Well, that makes sense because it means Rey's not going to continue on with it. Then Rey's character's not going to be part of it. So you can go so far into Star Wars Legends and whatnot. I understand. That's cool. That's cool. I'm fine with that. The way you said it made me think that she's coming across arrogant. Like, I'm the shit now. I didn't do anything else. I was nude this one show. I showed my boobs like I was dead on the counter. But
she showed her boobs?
Yeah, she was nude in some movie where she was dead and she was naked on the counter.
So we gotta go watch this movie.
I don't know. That's kind of gross. Wow. Necrophilia bullshit. Like,
well, she was, she was dead. She was supposedly dead, but anyway.
Apparently he knows.
Well, did she look dead?
No, it was pretty shitty. But then again, I did Rey, and look, she's amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I find her perfect for the role. She was born for it, but I understand if they're gonna go a different direction with it. Rick.
Well,
you gotta say it a little bit differently, man. You made it come across like she was arrogant.
I didn't make it like
fuck Star Wars. I'm done. I made my money. I'm the shit now.
She did star with Harrison Ford too. So with Harrison Ford, his whole feeling about Han Solo, if you know about it, is that he has mixed feelings. Like, he loved shooting it, but he actually didn't even like the character of Han Solo. And his feeling was like he was kind of one-dimensional and not as in-depth and not as much as he could actually do. And he felt like his entire career was overshadowed by his being Han Solo, and it kind of fucked up his ability to do anything else. So she might have been like, you know what, learning from him a little bit, maybe I don't want to be totally overshadowed and just stuck in Star Wars.
Harrison Ford fucked himself with many more things besides that. Dude, it's Harrison fucking Ford. He didn't fuck himself over at anything. People would give their left nut to show in a movie with Harrison Ford. Okay, sure, he's Han Solo, but he's also Indy.
It really depends on the crowd, but for himself personally, that's how he felt. He felt like he was overshadowed, because he said as much.
He's made so many freaking movies and everything I've seen him and I enjoy. He's a hell of an actor.
Now, this part of the news, Miguel, you might want to pull your ears away.
All right, let me step outside the room now. What are you going to talk about?
It's going to mention the Punisher.
Are you going to get spoilers?
Yeah, it might be a little bit of spoilers in this part.
Just go ahead. I'll roll with you. Just don't get too in depth in it.
No, it's not too in depth. At the end of the Punisher,
motherfucker, you didn't say you're gonna go all the way to the end. hang on. La 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 la.
Finger earplugs.
As the end of the series, at the end of it, it was actually really good, like you said.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
We'll give our review later on as soon as Miguel finally watches the damn thing.
Motherfucker.
Is it me, or did it foreshadow his new?
Are you done yet?
Enemy?
No.
His new enemy, maybe for the next series.
I think it kind of did. I think it really did. It left a real opening for more to follow.
But do you think Jigsaw was born?
Could be. It could be.
It could be.
It really could be.
All right. I was giving myself an earache there.
I think they hedged really well with that. Like, they left it where it could go a lot further, but they weren't totally sure how reception would be yet. So they left it as a broad opening.
I'm going to hit you with Captain Morgan. Shut the hell up. Enough on that.
It's right here.
Next subject.
But I have to say, when we'll tell you more about it later when you finally see it, and we'll mention it more when we talk about it. Okay,
thank you. I appreciate that.
But I just had to mention with Sean about that on this, because when I saw that, I was all like, that's going to be... And
shut up!
That's a good insight.
All right, and now we're going back to the little political part and everything.
You sure you want to do that? We were 3 hours here in this show.
Has it been 3? Jesus.
It's only been an hour and 43 minutes.
Good Lord.
We're good.
Well, only an hour and 43 minutes.
Well, we did record a lot in the beginning before we even started.
All right. I'm just going to mention this, and I know Sean's been looking into it. I looked into it. Back in November, during Thanksgiving, when everybody was eating turkey, they wanted to, how would you say, vote out? Net neutrality?
Yeah, it's the FCC, so it's a not exactly like Senate, not exactly like actual, the level of what government we should actually have constitutionally, but technically what comes from the executive branch, though, you have to kind of actually look at who was put in the first place. But anyway, disregarding who is technically responsible, the FCC wants to push, for Verizon and a lot of the other ISPs, which is the internet service providers, they want to basically start forcing us to have to pay for whatever specific content we're viewing, whether that's, YouTube or whatever. They want the right to be able to charge us extra for whatever we're specifically viewing.
Especially if we're paying other services to go with that.
Yeah. When we're already paying for memberships, some of us have YouTube Red, some of us have Netflix, some of us have Vudu or whatever, and we're actually already paying. But these service providers want to be able to start making us have to pay more for whichever specific service we're asking for, whichever streaming service, whichever thing. They want to be able to charge us extra and start giving us like rates that we have to be paying instead of just our general, internet service, and just what we're paying like $50 a month or whatever. Maybe you got a high end, you're paying $110 a month for a T1 or something. I don't know. But they want to actually charge you for what content you're viewing, which is like a and
then controlling on what you're saying. Like, if, say, this is an example. Somebody starts talking bad about Trump can actually call and say, hey, can you block him? And they can do it legally. And it's not a free enterprise anymore.
Yeah. Basically denying what it would come to is kind of denying the right of free speech. Now, in the strict legal sense, it's like, to what extent is it about free speech when these are services that are technically owned by companies? I get all that. But at the end of the day, we have the right to say, things that we want to say. And the thing is, if this were even to go through to try to strip away net neutrality, it would force an underground internet. It would force a decentralized internet, like what's already going on with the blockchain, with Bitcoin and cyber currencies. That kind of stuff, which before just seemed like crazy, loco conspiracy theorists. Now that shit is hitting the point that it's getting to be worth thousands of dollars per Bitcoin, so people are kind of coming to a point of their own that they don't want to be fucking told what to do by governments. That's the result of having so much technology and having things built up to the point they are. It's decentralizing. And if they try to start taking control of things legally and trying to make it so the existing network is completely destroyed from our ability to decide where we want to go without being either heavily taxed for it, having to pay more money for it, or not even allowed to do it, what's going to happen is people are going to go to a completely other option. And we're going to start seeing a secondary internet develop until we're not even using the existing network. But that's how I see it. So, there are services out there. If you want to look it up, a lot of the YouTubers put stuff out there, put videos out there about net neutrality. Net neutrality is what we want, people. We want to have the right to see what we want to see on the internet and put out what we want to put out on the internet. Not have to pay extra and not get censored just because some motherfucker says we shouldn't be allowed to hear it.
Yeah. And so, like I said, look up YouTube and everything. Look at everything coming up. The vote for this, that basically the head of the FCC said he's determined to do this, to cut, to kill net neutrality. Look up, read all this stuff up. There's a lot of postings and everything that are up on all these YouTube things so who to talk to, who to email, everything. Let our voices be heard so we won't pass.
Definitely. We've fought a lot of things like this before, DACA, a lot of other things that have come up that were similarly trying to attack the, right to free speech and the ability of people to view what we want to view and post what we want to post and not be charged for it and not be censored for it. So, and it's been fought off before, it can be fought off again, over and over again. We just got to make sure that we keep on fighting it.
Yeah. All right. It was actually shorter than I thought.
Well, I'll say something now. I personally think the government is right in what they're doing. I feel this has to be done. A lot of stuff has gotten out of control. I mean, you people are like, that's right. I said you people. You people are taking it to the extreme. I mean, there's too much going on with the internet that needs to be controlled.
I need to edit that.
Edit it out.
I personally feel, and it doesn't affect me as much as it affects you guys. I'm so sorry. I mean, I have Hulu and Netflix and all that shit for free, so I ain't worried about it. No, I'm not fucking with you guys.
It's gonna affect your Twitter,
motherfucker. All right, you better shut this shit down because I don't think so. Let me tell you something. If I got to go on Twitter and blast, I'll blast.
It's okay. He's a government employee.
I don't know much about net neutrality. I just know that sometimes people go to Vietnam and they come home without their legs, or they don't come home at all. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Wow.
I really don't know, but you guys seem to be very passionate about it. I really don't know. And obviously I'll find out when it affects me, and that's going to piss me off, but that's too late. So listen to what these two fucks had to say about that shit and get it done. Voice your opinion. Tell these motherfuckers, what the fuck are you trying to do? Last time we checked, this is America, not the Soviet Union, not China, not North Korea. I mean, this is supposed to be a democracy, not a dictatorship, not a monarchy, none of that bullshit. The president is the president, yes, that's fine. And I'm not talking bad about the president. He's doing whatever he's doing, and that's his legacy. But the point I'm trying to say is we should have a voice. And they seem like they're trying to take the voice away. That's what I gather from what you guys are saying. And what I've seen a lot in the news lately, and that's very disturbing and disheartening.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, where have we gone? What is wrong? What is happening here? This is not the America that I grew up in back in the 70s, even though it was racially charged and a lot of issues. Boy, what I wouldn't give for some of that now instead of this stupid shit. No, not really. I wouldn't want that either. But
let's not be sheep led to the slaughter. Let's actually say something instead of just letting things be done to us.
It's like we don't want you to think for yourself anymore. We don't want you to have an opinion other than what we want to give you. And we make the decisions what's better for you, and you don't know. Like, they're Big Daddy and we're stupid kids, and we don't know what we're doing. They have to do everything for us. No, you don't control our lives. We're humans. We control. Stop trying to undo what the other person did and actually try to fix something. As Dave said, and Dave is a perfect quote movie. Dave, remember Dave,
yeah.
The movie, Kevin Kline? You're a temp. Your main purpose is to take care of the American people. Do that. Don't worry about if they're Republican. Don't worry about if they're Democrat. Don't worry about if they're the higher percentage or the lower percentage. Take care of the people. That's why you were voted in. Make America great. If you really want to be the greatest president in the world and have a legacy that's defined and goes through the world and is known, and you're discussed about when people talk about Lincoln and Washington and Jefferson and Roosevelt and Kennedy and Franklin, do something that defines you, that stands out. Do something to save humanity, not destroy it. Be a great man, as I tell my kids. Do something spectacular. Do some kind of bill that's going to end unemployment or fix starvation or help people get back on their feet or something, cure cancer. Something that defines you, save lives. If I was president, I would be about saving lives, not trying to undo what was done before. If I thought, okay, maybe I can admin something to help it along the way, but not totally spend my entire energy on trying to remove things.
Yeah.
It's got to be about giving a damn about the guy next to you and the people besides him and the people down the road. Keep in mind, this is not just you, okay, The picture is, I'm looking, I have me, my daughter, and the kids. But I have to look like Rick once said to me, and this is probably some of the best shit I've ever heard of this, Mexican. Just don't look at today's picture. You need to look at the entire grand scheme. You need to look millennial down, 100 years, 10 years down than what you're looking at right now. The decisions you make now may not affect us, but will definitely affect our children's children's children down the road. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think you need to be. You need to put your head on, screw your head on right, and do something. That's when great men are defined, when they do shit like that. When they take care of the people, and they become a beacon of hope, and they actually lead, and not follow, and not listen to dumbasses that don't have any idea what the fuck they're talking about. That's a great man.
And when we have our inspirational podcast, this is all going to be cut over to that.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead and...
And they may take our land.
let's go ahead and bring our numbers out, McGill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, people. You fuckers didn't follow us last week, and I had problems with that. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we started off at 11. Yeah, we had only 11 followers.
Jeez.
Yeah, we dropped.
We dropped so bad.
All these racist statements you guys keep on making.
What?
We had 11,145 at the beginning of the following week. We are now at 11,420 for a gain of 275. So we're back on the normal gains. I mean, that's not the highest gains, but that's about our average is between 2 to 4, 3. We've had those big weeks where you get those 600, 700, and those 400, 500s, but we average in that 200 range, 300 range all the time, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So we're at 11K, 11.4K, which is not bad, considering we broke 10K back in October. So it's slowed down a little bit, but that's still good. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, like I said, the podcast I did before, we were nowhere near these numbers, followers and everything. I mean, we had like 6,000, and that's insane. The fact that this podcast has done so well, and I think it's the mixture of who we are.
Yeah.
We have Rick, we have myself, we have you, and we have Kyle. Each of us is a different type of animal, raised in different environments with different kind of things. Rick and Kyle being best friends forever. They know when I met you only through here, and I think you're crazy as shit. I mean, I enjoy hanging out with you. I mean, seriously, I would hang out with you anytime outside of here. Rick is my cousin by blood, obviously. Love him to death. I enjoy hanging out with him.
We should hang out more.
Yeah, exactly. Kyle has, I'm not going to say enamored. I feed off of him. He is like an inspiration, maybe. He can provide me so much material. It's ridiculous. And
He's a muse, huh?
and I in return give him the same thing, because anything I say, it's like I'm setting it up and you guys can swing and knock it out the park. Because half the damn time I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. To be quite honest with you, you want to say it. So it's a great show. It works. A 4-men podcast really works for us. It really does. And the respect that we have for each other enough to let everybody talk and make their own point. And even though we may argue with each other, which is not even arguing, it's a very good discussion half the damn time.
Yeah.
That's cool. You'll never find this anywhere else. A lot of people don't survive 4-man, 2-man, 3-man podcasts. I mean, they have issues, and egos get involved. I'm more popular. I'm the man. I should be running.
Well, we're all very humble, very noble creatures. So
fuck you. I'm at 17,000 followers. No, I'm just joking. No, I am at 17. But anyway, no, I'm just joking.
Inches.
Woo, man. Porno, here I come.
Now, he's going to die tomorrow.
Oh, God. No. I'm not going to make it home. All the blood's in one spot. Jesus.
Don't look at any porn.
I need 3 hearts. Just to power that.
Daily really going to show up, and all of a sudden we're going to crash, and we're like, Mike, what are you doing?
I need 3 hearts just to power that motherfucker. Shit, I got a motor built in. But no, man, I have to really thank my blessings. You guys saved me during the time of this is me now being sensitive and being all whatever. Now I'm becoming the loving drunk. No, this is me being serious here. You guys saved me during a time that became dark for me. Never have I ever thought I would be treated the way I was treated and how things came down. I cannot thank you enough for rescuing me. I can't thank Rick enough for thinking of me and mentioning it to Kyle, and Kyle coming along, and then you just gravitating with me and just becoming who we are. I have 3 brothers. This was how I feel. And I look forward to podcasting every time we get together. I can't wait till the time out. We start ours with them. I'm with Matt. Matt is like another brother that I have, who's very young. He's younger than me, but he is just kind of like your age. And I know he kind of inspires me too. I'm blessed to be around people that inspire me to have fun. It's made a big change in my life. And my wife makes a big change in my life too, but you guys have helped out a lot. And I can't, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough. And with that being said, I want to give props out to our sponsors. Uncanny Comics, obviously, is our main sponsor who will be paying for our website again. Black Forest Comics. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to write this crap down.
Yeah, Virus Vodka is
a
partnership.
Yeah, partner with. We need to get more stuff to give more stuff away. Other partners, we have, come on, Sean. No. We forgot a big sponsor / partner.
The Jersey people.
No.
Diamond Jerseys?
No, you guys are off. Even bigger than them. They just joined on. They're like a partner.
That's all you.
Oh, the Tokyo Munchies.
I thought you were talking. I'm thinking this other one.
Kyle from Tokyo. This guy,
Aussie Kyle.
Aussie Kyle is amazing. Let me tell you something. We don't give him enough love, and we need to give him more fucking love on this show. And we need to tweet more with him and do whatever else. But yes, Tokyo Munchies. Seriously, good shit from Japan. I've had products from there that I thought I would never eat. Scared the hell out of me.
We still got to do more tasting.
We need to do more tasting, and it's freaking amazing.
It is good stuff.
Some of the stuff is just like, wow, that is just crazy. He sells it in a box, he sells it in packs or whatever, and it's like really good prices, and it comes in, and he gets it to you as soon as he can. Obviously, customs everything else, you know. It takes a little while, but he gets it to you as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And I know he's doing his thing right now, and he's, off and on, but we need to kind of I want him to have, you guys got to start ordering from him. You will enjoy it. Trust me. We need to help this man make a living and get going, get it rocking and rolling for him because he's a great guy. Great people like this need to succeed.
I want to try to get him on the show.
Yeah, we need to get him back on. Need to get him on the show. I really am fond of the guy, like Kyle from Tokyo Munchies, Joseph from Uncanny Comics. I make fun of him, but I'm really fond of these guys. These guys bust their ass to have their own companies and do everything else, and I have nothing but respect for them. Same thing with Mr. Salazar, Mr. Big King Daddy over at Black Forest. A lot of respect for these guys. I mean, you have to have balls and guts to be able to try to run your business, and you put your name out there. I mean, you're going to lose your ass or you're going to make it. Same thing with Virus Vodka. These guys out there busting chops, out there selling this shit, and this shit is good. You guys need to try some Virus Vodka. Diamond Jerseys. Diamond Jerseys just joined us and gave us a code where you can use it and get 25% off a jersey. I don't know if it's still going on or if we had any 8 subscribers. I didn't hear from them yet. But you guys got to check it out. I mean, kids love jerseys. Kids love basketball jerseys, football jerseys, whatever.
And Bob from Pumpkin Teeth.
Oh, Mr. Bob from Pumpkin Teeth. One of the coolest cats we got to meet who wants to be more involved with us. That is freaking cool. And the fact that he knows so many people and he's willing to throw people our way. That's cool as shit too. That's what I can say. When we are who we are, people matriculate to us.
Yeah.
Because we're not assholes. We're legit. We really give a damn about other people. We really want to help them out. And that's perfect. That's great stuff. That's humanity. That's at its best. Our radio station is Beyond the Dawn. It's been playing us, what? They've been playing us, Thursday nights, right?
Thursday nights and Saturdays.
Yeah, they play us Saturday. We're on syndication on Beyond the Dawn. They carried me back when I did my other podcast, and the moment I told them I was with you guys, they were like, yeah, we got you. We'll love to carry your show. And the first time they heard us, like, you guys are funny. And they loved us since. And then along the way, we picked up Mr. Spunk Lube guys, Sling Flings Radio, and those guys are funny. And they play us too. They play us Thursday nights as well.
SFD.
SFD. And then, just by some luck, I happened to hook up with these people. No fucks given. Those dudes are a trip. I ain't gonna lie to you. They play us too. They give us shout outs. They retweet our stuff. It's amazing. And then, of course, our English people, the StreamPod.net down in the UK. Love them too. I cannot say thank you to all these people enough. And yes, we're trying to grow bigger. We're trying to do more things. We're trying to stretch it out. And we want to be to the point where this is where, but I know you guys agree with me 100%. We want to be to the point where we're so big, we can help the people. We can help the people like our Tokyo Munchies buddies. We can help like today, because we want to back people like that. And that's kind of cool. And that's how we met Steve Orlando.
Yeah.
And that's how I became friends with him. Now look at him. He's the shit at DC. But anyway, I talk too damn much. You guys need to tell me to shut the fuck up sometimes. I like, this is
it looks sentimental, man.
Well, this is an avenue where I can actually be, the me comes out. The me who was the old me can come out. And this is cool. And I love helping people. It's refreshing.
Cool.
What about you, Sean? You hate people?
I'd like to make a shout out to Ish. Hopefully we get him on the show.
Yeah,
good,
my
good
brother.
Friend of the show. Good, met him at Comicpalooza finally. Funny guy, excellent guy, really, really big fan of the show. Hopefully we get him on the show soon. Maybe, even if not on the show, maybe we can get him on our viewing of whatever Christmas movie, and he can join us in smack talking the Christmas movie.
Hey,
And
there's
the
an
thing
idea.
is, Ish said he'll come down here. He will come down here and hang with us. If he was going to be on the show, he's going to come into the studio. So that's why I'm saying Saturday nights is the best night for him. Obviously, with everything Christmas, everything being, it's going to be kind of tough. So we'll have to try to work something out. But he said he would definitely come down to be on the show, and I can't wait to have him. And I saw something on Twitter that down the road he's going to go back to Louisiana, and I was a little sad.
That's like next year, though.
Yeah, I was still a little sad. I don't want him to leave. As much as I've got to know him, I actually know who he is and everything, hang out with him a little bit here and there. I haven't even hung out enough with him, to be honest with you. And that's a bad on me. Great guy. I really want to hang more with him. And when he does go back to Louisiana, I'm going to be kind of sad because it's like I'm losing a friend, a really, really good friend. And even though we'll still keep in contact, he's not going to be here.
He's not here.
Yeah. And he's funny as hell and an amazing photographer. So I definitely want to get him on the show. I'd like to keep him on the show as much as we can. So yeah. And I appreciate you throwing that out there, Rick. Appreciate that. And again, none of the stuff, these shout outs we do for these people are ever to expect anything back in recognition. We don't want anything. We mention it because we care. And we think highly of these people. And seriously, I mean, like myself and Sean, we're huge fans of Christina McDaniel. We think she's amazing. She's one of the amazing cosplayers we've ever met and probably one of the nicest people in the world. And she's cool as hell. And she knows when we're not creepy stalker guys or anything like that. And we think she's cool. And that's cool. That's the coolest part I can say is when you meet people at cons and you meet them over and over again and you become really good friends.
They're just real people.
Yeah. And so that's the cool part. And that's what Ish is real people and stuff like that. So cool. Anybody else you want to highlight? Anybody else want to give a shout out? Maybe get on the show. We still need to get a bunch of guys on shows. Yeah. And I've fallen behind on that and that's my fault. But
and also I know a lot of other shows invited us to go to them. It's not that we are ignoring you. It's hard for us to get time. And, we do really want to join your shows. We want to, do crossovers and everything. So hopefully we can get with y'all and find a really good time for us to cross over with y'all. Definitely.
Oh yeah. Cause we definitely need to get on with my boys out in California. You guys have not been on with the Comic Syndicate. Those guys are freaking hilarious. Those are my boys. When I go back out to California again, I'm going to try to hang with them. Those are my boys. Those boys are badass. If you guys have not listened to the Comic Syndicate, y'all need to tune in. They have some great segments. I mean, Fucked Up News is amazing. They do sports stuff right now because of football. They do a bunch of stuff. It's a really amazing show. You made some good friends, Sean. I mean, you brought in the Pod Couple and amazing. I mean, I follow them on Twitter and everything else. I tweet with them and everything. Those guys, they have something that came out, The Stalker.
Yeah, they're actually working on a movie.
I saw that.
Movie.
That was really cool. I really liked it. So yeah, props to them, and we'll definitely give them more props as that comes out even further. But that's just it, man, Rick. We just meet people all over the place. Mm-hmm. And it's so cool. I can't think of anybody else. There's more people I want to give shout outs to. I just can't remember.
We can't get you all, but that's our show for this week. Hopefully we'll have more shout outs next week to people that we'll remember. Maybe we'll start to learn to write these down.
What are you trying to say, man?
We lack structure. Okay. We'll admit that.
We old. Our brain is only so far, man.
Well, that doesn't really work for me, but okay. I lack structure.
Oh, we have structure. The problem is we also have Captain Morgan, Virus Vodka, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, Jose Cuervo, and weed.
Hey, who's holding out on me?
Not that kind of weed.
What?
All
right, now I'm lost.
I am too. I don't even know what I was talking about. I said seed.
You. All right, y'all have a great week, and we out. Hey guys, you can connect with us on iTunes
at Critical Thinking Podcast
and Twitter
at critic_thinking.
And also on Facebook and Instagram
at Critical Thinking Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Critical Thinking is on Beyond the Dawn Radio, which is known for playing the best indie radio music around the world.
On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central Time.
And if you like the show, please 5-star the episode and tell your friends. So thank you for joining us, thinking shit through one podcast at a time.